sir.
ओके. अभिनंदन.
Yes, sir.
ओके. अभिषेक. अभिषेक. अक्षता. अक्षता. आनंद.
Yes, sir.
ओके. अंजुम. अंजुम. बसवराज गडकरी. बसवराज गडकरी. बसवराज ऐनापुरे. बसवराज ऐनापुरे. भाग्यश्री.
Present, sir.
ओके. भक्ति. भक्ति. भारती.
Present, sir.
ओके. चेतन कुमार.
Present, sir.
ओके. ओके. Just mute your cell phones, please. दीपक. दीपक.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ओके. दिव्या.
Yes, sir.
ओके. गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी. गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी. ज्योति.
Yes, sir.
ओके. किरण. किरण लिगाड़े.
Yes, sir.
राइट.
Yes, sir.
राइट राइट. लक्ष्मीकांत. लक्ष्मीकांत. मानतेश.
Yes, sir.
ओके. मोळे प्रेम. मोळे.
Present, sir.
ओके. नागेश. नागेश. नंदीश.
Present, sir.
ओके. पूजा पाटिल. पूजा पाटिल. प्रमोद कुमार. प्रमोद कुमार. प्रवीण मखदूम. प्रवीण मखदूम. प्रियंका. प्रियंका.
Present, sir.
ओके. संध्या.
Present, sir.
राइट. संतोष पुजारी. संतोष पुजारी. संतोष सोनार. संतोष सोनार. शाहबाज. शाहबाज.
Present, sir.
ओके. शफिया.
Present, sir.
ओके. श्रीधर. श्रीधर सोलकर्णवर. सृष्टि.
Present, sir.
ओके. सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर. सिद्धार्थ. सिद्धार्थ पाटिल. सिद्धार्थ पाटिल. सुप्रिया. सुप्रिया. वंदना.
Present, sir.
वंदना. राइट. वसंत. वसंत. वेददत्ता. वेददत्ता. योगेश. योगेश. महेश.
Yes, sir.
महेश.
Yes, sir.
राइट. ओके. बालेश. बालेश.
Yes, sir.
राइट. ताइक मोहम्मद.
Yes, sir.
राइट. प्रवीण. प्रवीण राठौड़. अभिषेक पालेकर.
Yes, sir.
ओके. ऐश्वर्या. ऐश्वर्या. अमानुल्ला. 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 बंडोडकर तनय मोहनदास. बंडोडकर तनय मोहनदास. भावराव. भावराव. शोधन. शोधन. ओके. देवण्णवर अनिल कुमार शेकप्पा. देवण्णवर अनिल कुमार शेकप्पा. नंद कुमार. नंद कुमार. प्रमोद. प्रमोद केस्ती. Rohini, Rohit Alwani,
Present, sir.
right?
Present, sir.
Okay. Shashidhar Gaudar,
Yes, sir.
Shashidhar, okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? Sridhar Badiger,
Present, sir.
okay. Saish, Snehal Sawant, Snehal, Vaishnavi Sanikop,
Present, sir.
okay. Karthik Yam, Karthik, let us continue with the session, students.
Sir, Praveen Rathod, sir.
Yes, 1 minute, I just. Praveen Rathod. What is your USN, Praveen?
Sir.
How much? What is your USN?
414.
414. Okay, right. Anybody else joined late? Anybody else joined late? Quickly tell your names. Pooja Patil is there, no? Pooja Patil is there. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. In the last class, we discussed the program on adding few numbers, right? Stored starting from memory location ATH. How to add the numbers stored randomly. Are you able to see the screen, students? Screen is seen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I hope everybody understood this program, right? We'll proceed with the next instructions. Next instruction is SUBB, subtract with borrow. Syntax is SUBB A comma source byte. That is, it will subtract the value in source byte from the value in A register along with the borrow, and the result will be stored in A register. Okay, it will subtract the value in source byte from the value in A register along with the borrow, and the result will be stored in A register. The function is subtract with borrow the byte specified immediately. So this byte, source byte, it may be in register or it may be in a memory location. The byte specified immediately or by a register or memory location from accumulator content. The description of this instruction is, as this A register contains 1 byte data, therefore the source byte should also be of 1 byte. A register contains 1 byte data, therefore the source byte should also be of 1 byte. Okay, both size should be same. Size of the value in destination register and the size of the value in source should be same. Since register A is 1 byte in size, the source operand must also be 1 byte. Here, this SUBB instruction we have with the borrow. But in 8051 microcontroller, there is no simple subtraction instruction. That is, this instruction is not present. The simple subtraction instruction SUB is not present in 8051 microcontroller. But for addition, there is ADD and ADDC, both are there. But for subtraction, only SUBB is there, but SUB is not there. SUBB, this instruction is there, but SUB instruction is not present in 8051 microcontroller. Now, if we want to use this SUBB instruction as a SUB instruction, then what we have to do? For that, we have to understand the operation of SUBB instruction. So the SUBB instruction works like this. SUBB is the value in a register minus the value in source minus the value in source minus borrow. In 8051 microcontroller, there is no borrow flag. Borrow flag is not present in 8051 microcontroller. So instead of borrow flag, there is a carry flag. Instead of borrow flag, there is a carry flag. Value in source is subtracted from the value in A register along with the borrow. Instead of borrow, we are using carry. Both are one and the same. Whatever borrow is there, that is stored in carry flag. Okay, but there is no separate borrow flag in 8051 microcontroller. So value in A is subtracted from, it subtracts the value from source along with the carry. Now what we want here, we want to use this SUBB instruction as simple SUB instruction. Now how to do that? What we have to do here, so that we can use this SUBB instruction as a simple SUB instruction, simple subtraction instruction. What I have to do here in this operation of the SUBB instruction? Can anybody tell me that? What I need to do here? Operation is A minus source minus carry. Okay. Now, if I want to use this SUBB instruction as a simple SUB instruction, then what I have to do here in this operation of the instruction?
Carry 0.
Carry should be made 0. Very good. Excellent. So carry should be made 0 here. If I make this carry 0, then what will be the operation? It will be simply A minus source. A minus source. Carry is 0, so it will just work like SUB instruction, simple subtraction instruction. That is, subtract the value in source from the value in A register. Right. So like this, I can make this SUBB instruction to work as simple SUB instruction. Okay.
So presentation ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್?
ಮುಗಿ presentation ಬರವಲ್ತ್ರಿ ಮಂತೇಶ್?
ಇಲ್ರಿ ಬರವಲ್ತ್ರಿ.
ಬರವಲ್ತ್ರಿ? ತಡ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ತಡ್ರಿ ಚಲೋ ಆತ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ತಡ್ರಿ ನೋಡ್.
ಬರಾಯ್ತ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
ಬರಾತೈತ್ರಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಈಗ
ಬರಾತೈತ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಬೇರೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಲೆ ಬರಾತೈತ್ರಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಐತ್ರಿ.
ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
ಹಾ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ ಸರ್.
ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮಂತೇಶ್?
ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಬರವಲ್ತ್ರಿ.
ಬರವಲ್ತ್ರಿ
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ.
ನೋ ಸರ್.
ನೋ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ತೋರ್ಸಾಕತ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರ್ಸಾಕತ್ತೈತ್ರಿ. ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ ತಡ್ರಿ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ತಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಸರ್. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಬರಾತೈತಿ.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಬರಾತೈತಲ್ರಿ? 1 ನಿಮಿಷ
ಬರಾತೈತಿ ಸರ್.
ಬರಾತೈತ್ರಿ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಬರಾತೈತ್ರಿ ಮಂತೇಶ್?
ಹಾ ಬರಾಯ್ತ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
ಮಂತೇಶ್
ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ರಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ರಿ.
ಬಂದಿಲ್ರಿ? ಓಕೆ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡುವಂತ.
ಇಲ್ರಿ.
ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ ತಡ್ರಿ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಈಗ್ರಿ ಮಂತೇಶ್ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ರಿ.
ಬಂತಲ್ರಿ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್. ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್. ಓಕೆ ಹಂಗೇನಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ so a value in source is subtracted from the value in A register. Okay, so this is how it will work here, like a simple subtraction instruction. Okay, so there are various versions of SUBB instruction. Let us go through them. So operation is A in A register, the value in A register minus the value in C register minus the byte. The result will be stored in A register. Flags affected are overflow flag, auxiliary carry flag, and carry flag. So these flags get affected when the SUBB instruction executes. That is, the overflow flag, auxiliary carry flag, and the carry flags get affected, because we know that whenever it performs a subtraction operation of two 8-bit numbers, right, either a carry may be set or it may be reset, auxiliary carry may be set or reset, and overflow flag may be set or reset. Okay.
Hello sir.
Yes, please. What happened? Any problem? Any problem here? Any problem ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? Praveen Ratoda.
No, sir.
ರಾಠೋಡ್ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? ಮತ್ ಯಾರೋ ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ರಿ?
ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಸರ್.
ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? ರಾಠೋಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಾಣತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್?
ಹಾ, ಕಾಣಾಗ್ತದ ಸರ್.
Any problem here? Yes, please. Any of you, any problem here in seeing the screen? Shodhan?
No, sir.
No, no.
ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ರಿ? ಸಚಿನ್ ಪೂಜಾರಿ? ಸಚಿನ್
ನೋ ಸರ್.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ?
ಹಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಐತೆ
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಬಡ್ಗೇರ್, ಶ್ರೀಧರ್ ಬಡ್ಗೇರ್, ಏನಾರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? ಶ್ರೀಧರ್ ಬಡ್ಗೇರ್? ಶಶಿಧರ್ ಗೌಡರ್, ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಯರ್? ಗೌಡರ್ ಶಶಿಧರ್?
ನೋ ಸರ್.
ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಐತಲ್ರಿ?
ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. So here these are the flags which are affected: overflow flag, auxiliary carry flag, and the carry flag. Okay. Next, these are the various versions of SUBB instruction. SUBB A comma RN. What does it mean here? Value in A register minus the value in RN register minus carry. The answer will be stored in A register. Okay. So for example, if we consider here SUBB A comma RN. SUBB A comma RN. Okay. So this means that, let us assume that value in A is 05, value in RN register. N may be any register from R0 to R7. So value in RN, let us assume it as, let us consider this RN as say R3 register. So this value, let us assume it as 04. Okay. So what it will do here, and carry, let us assume it as 0. Carry, let us assume it as 0. Okay. 0. So what it will do, value in A register minus value in R3 register minus value in R3 register minus value in carry, Okay. So this comes out to 05, value in A is 05 minus value in R3 is 04 minus carry, that is 00. So answer is 5 minus 1, it is 01. Okay. So like this it executes the instruction SUBB A comma RN. Similarly, let us see the other instructions. SUBB A comma direct. The value in A register subtracts the value from memory location, okay, minus the carry, and the result is stored in A register. That is, the value in memory location will be subtracted from the value in A register along with the carry or along with the borrow, and the result will be stored in A register. For example, if you may take SUBB A comma 50H. SUBB A comma 50H. So if the value in 50H will be subtracted from the value in A register, right? From the value in A register along with the carry, and the result will be stored in A register. Next, SUBB A comma at RI. We'll see this. SUBB A comma at RI. SUBB A comma at RI. Okay, at RI. Now let us consider this SUBB A comma at R0, at R0, or we'll take it as R0, right? That is, in A register I am storing the value 08. Then in R0 register, in R0 register I am storing the memory location, say 52H, and in 52H memory location I am storing the value. Let us assume the value stored in 52H is 05. Now we will assume a carry here. I will consider the carry or the borrow flag as 1. Okay, I am storing 1 in this. Then what will be the execution here? Value in A minus value in, that is R0 memory location, that is 52H, value in 52H memory location, correct? Then minus carry, minus value in carry, right? Minus the value in carry. This comes out to value in A0. This is A register, not A0, A register here. This comes out to value in A register is 08 minus value in 52H is 05 minus carry minus 01. So this will be 8 minus 5 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. Answer is 2, 0 to 8. Right? So like this will be the answer after this instruction gets executed. That is SUBB A comma at R0. Okay. That is value in memory location in R0 register will be subtracted from the value in A register along with the borrow, and the answer will be stored in A register. Which addressing mode is this? SUBB A comma at R0? Anyone? Indirect addressing mode. It is indirect addressing mode. Correct. It is 1 byte instruction and it takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Similarly, SUBB A comma hash data. That is immediate value. It is immediate addressing mode. Immediate value will be subtracted from the value in A register and the result will be stored in A register. It is 2 byte instruction and it takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Next is increment instruction. Increment. The name itself will indicate the function of this, that it will increment the value stored in a register or in a memory location or the immediate value. Increment byte. The function is increment the byte specified by a register or memory location. This byte may be stored as an immediate value, or it may be in a register, or it may be a memory location. Okay. Description is instruction adds 1 to the byte indicated by the register or memory location. So it will add 1 to the value stored in a register or in a memory location. So to indicate the operation of this increment, I am using this format. That is the byte value, the value in byte, that is the value in source register or source memory location. I will add 1 to this. I will increment it, and the result will be stored in that register only or in that memory location only. Okay, we'll come to that. None of the flags are affected when this increment instruction gets executed. Examples are like this. Increment A. Value in A register will be added by 1 and the result is stored in A register. Now, for example, let us consider this first one. Increment A here. Increment A. INC A. INC A. We'll assume the value in A register. Value in A register as 05H. 05H. Now, after execution of this increment instruction, the value in A will be how much? 06H. 06H. That is, it will add 1 to the value in A register. 05H plus 1. 05H plus 1. Okay. So you will get 06H. You will get 06H, and this answer 06H will be stored in A register. Right. Now you may ask me, sir, here there is only one register. What about the destination? What about this source? Right. In this particular type of instruction, the only register is the source and the same register is the destination. Right. You can see here 05H is stored in A register. That is a source. It is acting like a source. Now after executing this instruction, we are getting 06H. Again, it is stored in the A register only. Here it is acting like a destination. So the same register or the same memory location which is mentioned in the instruction, it will act like a source and it will also act like a destination. Okay. So this is the uniqueness or the speciality of this instruction, that the same register or the same memory location will act like a source and it will act like a destination. Okay. There is no separate source and destination registers here, but the only register whichever is present in the instruction, that itself will act like a source and also as a destination. Okay. Next, increment Rn. This is the increment is 1 byte instruction and it takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Increment Rn, value in register Rn will be added by 1 and the answer stored in Rn register. 1 byte, 1 machine cycle. Increment direct example is increment 40h. Increment 40h, value in memory location 40h will be added by 1, not 40h memory location. Note that. Okay, it is, you have to be very much sure here, very much clear here. Increment 40h means it will not add 40h plus 1. Value in 40h will be added to 1. Okay, not 40h plus 1. Suppose in 40h memory location value stored is say 3. Okay, so increment 40h means 3 plus 1. 4 will be stored in 40h. Okay, it will not perform the operation 40h plus 1. No. Okay, it is the value in memory location that will be added by 1 and the answer stored in the same memory location. Right. Then increment at RI in the same thing, indirect addressing mode. Value in memory location in register R0 or R1 will be added by 1 and the result stored in the same register. It is 1 byte instruction and it takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Next is INC DPTR, increment data pointer. Syntax is INC DPTR. It is 1 byte instruction and it takes 2 machine cycles to execute. The function of this instruction is it will increment the value stored in DPTR register. Whatever is the 16-bit value stored in DPTR register, that will be added by 1. Okay. So this instruction increments the 16-bit register DPTR by 1, because we know that DPTR is a register which stores 16-bit value. It is a 16-bit register, right? DPTR is split into 2 separate bytes. One is higher byte is stored in DPH register and lower byte is stored in DPL register. Okay, so it is a 2 registers split up into 2 registers, DPH and DPL. DPH stores the higher byte of the data and DPL stores the lower byte of the data. So whatever the 16-bit value, that will be added by 1 when this instruction gets executed. Increment DPTR. Notice that DPTR is the only 16-bit register that can be incremented. There is no decrement version of this instruction. Okay, there is no DEC DPTR instruction. The only instruction that is present is INC DPTR. There is no instruction like DEC DPTR. No, it is not there. The instruction that is present is only for incrementing. Increment the value in DPTR, but there is no instruction for decrementing the value in DPTR register. DEC DPTR instruction is not present in 8051 microcontroller instruction set. The function of this instruction is value in DPTR register will be added by 1 and the answer stored in DPTR register only. Again, the same DPTR register is acting like a source and it is also acting like a destination. Any flags are affected? None of the flags are affected when this instruction gets executed. Next, DEC, decrement. DEC byte. Okay, DEC decrement. Here, this is different from what you are saying here, increment DPTR. Okay, there is no DEC DPTR, but it is DEC byte. Okay, and this byte may be a register or a memory location. That is, this DEC byte, whatever this byte is used in the instruction, that may be value stored in a register or it may be a value stored in a memory location. Okay, so this DEC instruction will decrement the value by 1. Okay, in other words, it will subtract the value stored in the register or in the memory location. Right? Increment means it will add 1 to the already stored value. Decrement means it will subtract 1 from the already stored value. So that is the difference between increment and decrement. Increment means it will add 1 to the already stored value. Decrement means it will subtract 1 to the already stored value in that register or in the memory location. Description is instruction subtracts 1 from the byte indicated by the register or memory location. The operation is byte value in byte minus 1 that will be stored in byte. So none of the flags are affected when this DEC instruction is executed. Various versions of this DEC instruction. DEC-A, decrement the value in A register. That means when this instruction is used, DEC-A, it will subtract 1 from the value stored in A register. Decrement A. Let us consider the value in A register as say 08H. Then when this instruction gets executed, the value in A will be equal to value in A, already present value in A minus 1. This is 08H minus 1. This comes out to 07H. Okay. So what is the operation that is carried out here? It is subtracting 1 from the already stored value in A register. A minus 1, value in A is 8. 8 minus 1 is 07H, and this 07H is again stored in the same register, that is A register. Right. Next, decrement Rn. Decrement Rn. So Rn may be, I told it may be any registers from R0 to R7. Right. So the value in that R0 or R1 or whatever may be the register, that value is subtracted by 1 and the result is stored in the same register. Decrement direct. Decrement 25H, I have given the example here. Value in this 25H memory location, let us take that. Decrement direct, DEC, direct. It means that, for example, DEC 40H. Let us consider the value in 40H. Okay, 40H. This is equal to 07H. So when DEC 40H instruction gets executed, the value in 40H memory location will be, the value in 40H memory location will be equal to 07H minus 1, that will be 06H. Right? So it will not subtract 40H minus 1. You don't get 39, but the value in 40H memory location will be subtracted by 1, and that will be stored in the same memory location. So the answer is 06H, not 39H. Okay. Next, decrement at R0. The value in memory location in register R0 will be subtracted by 1 and the result will be stored in the same register. It is 1 byte instruction. It takes 1 machine cycle to execute. Next, we will move on to multiplication instruction. This arithmetic instruction, one of the arithmetic instructions, that is to multiply two 8-bit numbers. Okay. Let us consider this instruction MULAB. This is 1 byte instruction, and as I told, it takes 4 machine cycles to execute. So this is the instruction which is taking highest machine cycle among all the instructions of 8051 microcontroller. Okay, it is taking 4 machine cycles to execute. Right. Even division instruction also takes the 4 machine cycles to execute. Right. So what is the function of this instruction? Multiply contents of register A accumulator and the contents of register B. Value in A register will be multiplied with the value in B register and the result will be stored. How the result will be stored? Let us see that. So the instruction is MULAB. Let's consider the value in A register as 04H. Then value in B register as 02H. Now what is the answer here? Value in A will be multiplied with value in B. So you get 04H into 02H. This will be equal to 0008H. I'll tell you why it is 0008H. 4 into 2 is 8. Right? This is the multiplication. 4 into 2, we are getting 8. Now, when the answer should be stored in A and B registers, lower byte of the answer, that is 08H. Answer is always in terms of 16 bits. Lower byte of the answer, that is 08, will be stored in A register. In A register, 08H will be stored, and in B register, the value, that is 00H, higher byte of the answer will be stored. Remember, students, here, whenever the multiplication instruction gets executed, multiply A with B, multiply the value in A with the value in B. After multiplication, that is when the product is obtained, higher byte of the product is always stored in B register and the lower byte of the product is always stored in A register. Okay. So whenever you multiply one value with another value, the answer that you get, okay, the product that you get, lower byte of the answer will always be stored in A register and the higher byte of the answer will always be stored in B register. Remember this. This concept is important here. The lower byte of the answer after multiplication will always be stored in A register and the higher byte of the answer is always stored in the B register. Okay. So this is the multiplication instruction. Multiplies byte in register A accumulator by byte in register B. A stores lower byte of 16-bit product while register B stores the higher byte of the product. That is, after A is multiplied with B, lower byte is stored in A register 7 to 0 bits, higher byte 15 to 8 bits will be data bits will be stored in B register. So any flag is affected, of course, overflow flag is affected by the multiplication instruction, because after you multiply two numbers, it may so happen that the value may exceed 8 bits. Okay, it may be beyond FFH. Okay, the product may go more than FFH, and hence the overflow flag may be set. So this is the only flag that is affected when the MUL instruction is executed. Next is divide instruction. Divide the value in A by the value in B. Again, it takes 1 byte and 4 machine cycles to execute. Divide the byte in A, register A, by the byte in register B. And how is the answer stored? Let us look into that. The instruction is divide AB, div AB, div AB. I'll assume the value in A register as 8, right? And the value in B register, I will consider it as 0 to H. Now it will perform divide A by B. Okay, it will do the operation A divided by B. A divided by B. Right? A divided by B. This is what it performs here. A divided by B. Okay. So what is the result now? What we will get here? If we perform value in A divided by value in B, 0.8 divided by 0.2. 0.8 divided by 0.2. So we get how much? 0.8 divided by 0.2. So it is 0.2 here. Right? So what will be the answer, students? 0.8 by 0.2 is how much? 4. Very good. Yes. It is. So after you get the answer, okay, the quotient will always be stored in A register and the remainder will be stored in B register. Now when you do 8 divided by 2, so 2 4s are 8, remainder is 0. Yes or no? Remainder is 0. So the quotient of the division operation, will always be stored in A register. In A, the value stored or the result stored is 0.4, that is the quotient, and the remainder will be stored in B register. Remainder, let us take it as 0.0 here, because 8 by 2 is 0 remainder. So quotient will always be stored in A register and the remainder is always stored in the B register. Okay, so this is how it performs the division operation. After the division operation of the value in A by the value in B register, quotient is always stored in the A register and the remainder is always stored in the B register. Remember this, quotient stored in A register and remainder stored in B register. Okay, so this is how it works here. Now there is one important point to note here. Suppose if it may so happen that the value in B, before performing the division operation, let us consider if the value in B register is 0.0, then what will happen? Now what it has to perform? It has to perform value in A by value in B. I will assume the value in B as 0.0H. Then what will happen? Value in A is 0.8. Let us consider value in A as 0.8H. Value in B is 0.0H. Value in A, let us consider it as 0.8H. Value in B is 0.0H. So value in A by value in B, what will happen? 8 divided by 0 is how much?
Infinity.
Excellent. Yes, you are right. So you will get infinity. So infinity means invalid result. It is invalid result. So invalid values will be stored in A and B registers and overflow flag will be set. Overflow flag will become 1. Overflow flag will be set high whenever the value in B register is 0 and it is performing the division operation, because 8 divided by 0 is infinity. So it has reached the overflow condition. It is more than FFH, infinity value is more than FFH. So the overflow flag OV will be set equal to 1 and invalid values will be stored in A and B registers. It is invalid operation. Okay, it is invalid operation of performing value in A divided by value in B, which is 0. It is an invalid operation. Okay. So in case if register B has a value of 0/0, then after execution of div AB, values in register A and B are undefined or invalid, and OV flag, overflow flag is set high to indicate invalid result. Okay. So when A by B is performed, how the result is stored? Quotient is stored in A register and remainder will be stored in B register. Again, overflow flag is affected by the division instruction. Right. Next is a decimal adjust accumulator, DAA instruction. This we will take up in the next class. So any questions here, students? In today's class, we started with which instruction? We started with which instruction? In today's class? SUBB, subtract with borrow, right? Then later, various versions of SUBB instruction, INC instruction, increment, yes. After this, INC, DPTR, increment, DPTR, then decrement instruction. Note that there is no decrement DPTR instruction, only INC DPTR is there. Okay. Then various versions of DEC instruction in immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, and indirect addressing mode. Right. Then the MUL instruction, multiplication instruction, which multiplies value in A with value in B. After multiplication, lower byte is always stored in A register and higher byte of the answer is stored in B register. Then division instruction, div AB. After division operation, quotient is always stored in A register and the remainder will be stored in B register. Right. So this is all for today's class. In next class, I will be explaining the DAA instruction, decimal adjust accumulator, DAA. So this is one of the very important instructions, right? Which is having a unique function. So this will take up in the next class, and other instructions to follow here that will take up in the next class. Right? So any questions here, students? Any questions? Anything not understood in today's class? Any problem in understanding the instructions here? Followed, right?
Yes, sir. Followed.
Good. Okay. Any questions?
Sir, in division.
Yes, Shafia?
Sir, in
Division, yes, please.
sir,
What is the
numerator
doubt you are
if we
having?
have 0. Sir,
Huh.
in division.
Numerator is 0
Sir,
means answer will be
numerator
0.
is equal.
Yes, correct. I
Yes,
understood.
sir, then.
Yes, correct. You mean to say numerator is 0, right?
Sir.
Is that your question? Numerator
Yes,
is
sir.
0, division is non-zero number, correct? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
See here, if numerator is 0, what will happen? If numerator is 0, right, let us consider A as 0 here. So numerator means it is always considered in A register. Okay, numerator is always taken in A register. So it means A will be equal to 00H. Let us consider the value in B as 2. It is 02H. So what will be 0 divided by 2? 0 divided by 2 is how much?
0.
0 divided by 2 is how much? 0 only, correct?
0.
So the quotient will be 0, right? 2 zeros are 0, is it not? Quotient will be 0, remainder is also 0, right? So quotient is stored in A register, then remainder will be stored in B register. So it will work like this. Clear now, Shafia?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear? Right. Any other questions here? Any other questions? Understood? Mahesh? Understood? Dodmani?
Yes, sir.
Balesh? Balesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Shabaz? Shabaz?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Understood? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Taik Mohammed. Taik Mohammed. Taik Mohammed. Jyoti. Understood here? Jyoti. Kiran. Kiran Ligade. Sachin understood. Pujari. Is it understood? Sachin? Sachin Pujari? Anand? Anand Kyabani understood? Anand? Divya?
Yes,
Divya?
sir.
Clear? Instructions are clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Followed all the instructions?
Yes, sir. Followed.
Okay, fine. Mole Prem, is it clear? Instructions. Mole?
Yes, sir.
Understood all the instructions? Whatever we discussed in today's class?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Okay, fine. Nandish, any questions? Nandish?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. We'll wind up the class here. We'll continue in the next class. Okay. Thank you.